Hello,
Hello,
I'm Anna,
and I'm Joko.
and this is the second episode of this fanfiction podcast, and this will be Harry Potter Part 2, basically.
Yeah.
So, during the first episode, there were several times where I had an idea of something I wanted to speak about, but because we were short on time, I put a pin on it, and we're going to talk about some of those things in this episode. So, the first thing that I put a pin on. Should I, right? We can just jump into it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to say?
No.
Time travel. I just want to talk about time travel. What do you think about it?
It can be done well, but I'd rather just stay in the normal era. Or just
How is it if it's not done well?
I don't know, but you know if it's not done well because it feels bad. Like I don't know that much about writing, to be honest.
Me
I
neither.
like writing,
Same.
but I am not a technical genius when it comes to writing.
Same.
But sometimes you just know if something is not done well.
I love time travel fics. The one that I was talking about in the first episode about the Femme Harry and the Tim and Daphne Greengrass or whatever. That one is time travel. Because, like, she was experimenting with the Veil of Death and she, back in her younger self, in her cupboard. I don't know. I just like, because, I like prepared Harry.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just like him coming back and being like, fuck all y'all. I know what all your secrets because they were like dug up in the past or something. And just kicks everyone's ass. It's just another power fantasy thing.
That can also be good, but I prefer a fix where he's prepared by his own skill without having to basically cheat his way to it. Because time travel is just cheating. If you want prepared Harry, it's just
I see
cheating.
I see what you mean.
Like he isn't time travel by having a prepared Harry does not mean that Harry is skilled or anything. It just means that he has the mind of an 80-year-old in the body of an 11-year-old, which means that he is inherently better than his contemporaries.
I've read fics where Harry came back to save the wizarding world because the Muggles ended up, or some type of natural disaster, or the Muggles ended up discovering them, and it's just terrible. And he's like, I need to save this.
I read that as well, but those aren't my type of fics.
I like those. Or I guess I just want competent Harry, and then I'm like, I'm good, I'm fine.
I have more criteria than that because I've read fanfiction for longer.
What else did I want to speak about? Oh yeah, soulmates. I put a pin in that as well. Did you want to speak about that?
Soulmates.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put on a timer. I'll do that right now. You can speak.
Soulmates. It's such a, I think, stupid and contrived concept. It's the laziest way of writing romance. Like writing romance where the two are destined to be together and cannot be happy with anyone else. They can never disagree. If they have disagreements, they both will die.
Oh.
Basically, that's what soulmates are. They are perfect for each other. It's the most boring way of writing romance. As someone who has read romance for over half my life, I love romance, but fanfiction does not do it well. There is a small subset of fanfiction where romance is done well.
I remember when I think soulmates, the first thing that pops up is this Harmony fic where they died, and then Aphrodite came and was like, "Y'all are soulmates."
Aphrodite.
What?
Aphrodite.
I can't pronounce anything. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
The goddess of love came and was like, you all need to...
I think I read that one as well. I don't think I liked it.
And it was like, oh, you need to...
redo. Yeah.
Because when you do... Like, oh, it was like, oh, you're supposed to be together, not be with that fool Ron.
Wasn't that a writing contest or writing prompt?
It might have been. I don't know.
That's why I've read so many of these.
Yeah.
It's a writing prompt.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's just so many fics that like blend into each other because they're a part of a contest.
Or a prompt.
That little fucker, what's are they named? ZD or whatever.
ZD?
Something. Haven't you seen them? Oh, something. They always have like a bunch of prompts that they do. Part of the I don't know. Yeah, whatever. But yeah. So, what do you think about Hermione and Ron's relationship? Do you think they fit well together?
No, I don't think so at all. Like,
it just seems
it seems so forced in a bad way, or
like
it doesn't feel rapey. It does not feel forced in that way, but it feels forced in a writing sense. It comes out of nowhere, I think. Like they say that they argue like an old married couple, but that is not something to base a relationship on.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I've seen a lot of fics where it's like, oh, Hermione, like they end up as like sometimes Harmony fics, but it's just like, oh, Hermione is with Ron and she wants to like have a career. Like she's like, oh, I'm gonna be a minister or whatever. She has a career in the ministry, and then Ron's like, I want a housewife. And she's like, fuck you, dude. And he's like, bitch, I'm a pureblood. I don't know.
It's wrong, like, bitch, I'm a pureblood.
Sorry. But just, I don't know. But I read a few of those. And then she's like, I need to leave him because he suffocates me. Because she's like, she wants to learn, she wants to grow, she's ambitious or whatever. And he's like, oh, give me a housewife. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I don't like fanfiction where romance is... Very often I abandon fanfiction when romance becomes a part of it because it's not written in a good way.
I prefer like romance if that's like the main thing of the fic.
Yeah.
If it's like Harry politician or like Harry goes on an adventure. I think that this is for me with any fic, like regardless
any
of fandom. It's like if romance is gonna be in the story, I want it to be the main thing and for like the author to actually like focus on it and do it well. If it's like an adventure fic or something, I'd rather just have it be a gen fic.
Yeah.
I much prefer that because sometimes I'm like,
gen means general.
Does it? I didn't know. I just know the gen fic means none of that shit.
I think so.
But like, if they're gonna be like, oh, like sometimes I find like a really good premise. Like they do this, they go on this adventure, they have this concept that they want to work on or this project or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, work on that, and then they do that, and then a love interest is introduced, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? You're not
like you're not part of the plan.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing here? They're supposed to focus on their project. I don't want any relationships in this. Goodbye.
Like, fanfiction romance is very often written in a way that makes it feel way too perfect. That is not how relationships are. They are rocky. They are imperfect because two people are clashing constantly. But that does not mean that they have to be arguing like an old married couple. But romance is complicated and fanfiction very often does not get it.
What's another thing I penned? Yeah, I wrote Hermione and Ron 5th year. Because when we were talking about like Dumbledore telling Hermione and Harry not to contact
Hermione and Ron.
Yeah, I can't. I'm getting confused, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not sure why I pinned it. I think I just wanted to go off about like why would you want to keep friends that do that? Like his
or why would Dumbledore even do that? after he has experienced a heavy loss.
Yeah,
that is as well. That is not something that a benevolent leader or that a good person would do.
Yeah.
When someone loses an important person to them, they need support.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they drop into a depression.
Yeah. Because, like, Harry, he didn't... Yeah, all he wants is a family. We know that because, well, I mean, he says that. Like, he's like, Ron, you have a family. What the fuck are you on about money for? But also, you know, the mirror of... I'm not going to try to pronounce it. So, Desire. Erised. You know, he wanted a family. And then when he's finally... He's like, I have a godfather. And then, a godfather. He wants me to come live with him. He wants me. I get a family. And then he fucking is on the run. And 2 years later, he dies. And he's like, it's because of me. And then his friends that have, you know, been with him through thick and thin or whatever.
Through thick and thin? Just after the, like, 5th year. Oh, they've been with me through thick and thin. The year before, they abandoned you during the Triwizard tournament.
And that, how could they possibly... I mean, did Hermione believe that Harry... She didn't believe that he had put his name in the goblet of... Harry put his name in the goblet of fire, right?
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Like, he didn't believe that. She didn't believe that, right?
I don't remember.
I don't think she did, but Ron certainly did.
Yeah.
And if they had any sense, why would they think that Harry would want that?
Why would he want the fame and the money?
Yeah, when he obviously detests it. He hates it.
Detests.
Why can I not pronounce anything? Obviously... No, I detest? I've been pronouncing it detest my whole life.
Detest, I believe.
He's hated it for... The minute he found out about it, he has not liked being,
and he has denied.
Yeah, so why would, like, if they truly knew Harry, they wouldn't think that he had put his name
in the goblet of fire.
Yeah, and just and then, like,
as Dumbledore
Ron went off in his jealous rage. He was jealous. He's like, fame and money. Who cares about the consequences of that? And Hermione was, like, flittering in between them, like, I don't... He'll come to it, Harry. It's fine. You know, how he is. He gets jealous of this stuff, of your
Doesn't
fame.
That happen later as well, during the hunt for the Horcruxes?
I think so, right? I don't know what...
Where she has to deliver messages between the two of them?
I don't remember, because most I read goes, like, AU from, like, 5th year. So I don't...
Like, for some reason, a lot of fanfictions start off in 5th year and branch out.
Because they're like, this one something... I guess they're like, this one something traumatic happened. They're like, he died, Dementors, and they're like, something... I've read a lot of fics where it's like, that's like a... Because it's like a turning point or whatever.
Yeah,
that's when...
It's a big turning point
Yeah,
in his
just
life.
like, when he loses his... I almost said grandfather. I almost said dogfather. When he loses someone close to him, and so, like, not only is it like a big change for him, but it's also like, the war is like picking up.
Yeah, but I prefer fanfiction where it's young Harry who gets stronger and stronger, and not just canon Harry up till then, and then he's a completely different person. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, I want Harry from the beginning building up to a different person.
I kind of like both of them. Like, I don't mind the one where he's like a different person, because I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take it that this traumatic experience was enough for him to, like, get a grip or whatever. Or, like, not even get a grip. Like, in several years he's been like that. So it's like, turns into a different person, has a realization or whatever.
But it's so...
I still prefer when he, knows what he's doing from early on.
I'm gonna be reading so much Harry Potter fanfiction now because I really feel like revisiting this.
Yeah,
fandom.
I know, same. Because when we're talking about this, I'm remembering a lot of stuff that I love to read, and I'm like, I need to find some of that good shit.
Yeah.
Right now.
Like, I haven't checked fanfiction in like 2 months. or read.
Yeah.
I've been reading manga for quite a while now, and because I get power fantasies that way as well. But fanfiction has a special place in my heart.
Oh yeah.
It's been a part of my life for longer than manga has, or for about as long now that I think of it.
Oh.
But I need to revisit Harry Potter because the universe is quite interesting, but I cannot go back to canon after I found fanfiction.
It was such a pain to read the books. I was like, I should read them so that I have like canon fresh in my mind or whatever. It was just, I had to like trudge through them. I don't think that's a proper word. I had to really
force your way through them.
Yeah.
Like, Harry Potter fanfiction, I found before I read the books. No, I found after I read the books, or read the 2 books that I did. So they weren't that much of a pain for me to read. But I can go back to the books after I read fanfiction because fanfiction does it a lot better.
I can't imagine if I'd made it to the 5th book.
Oh,
or like even finished the 4th one.
My god. Going through 4th year in canon where oh my god.
Yeah, you.
But we need to watch the movies for Christmas.
Yeah. You should bring back your tradition.
Yeah.
And also, I want to read fanfiction, but like last time I read, it was like a couple hours ago, but like I found this fic, I want to read it, stayed up late, I missed my first lesson.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. But it was fine. The teacher's like, this is the first time you're late in 3 years, so it's fine.
We've talked about like a lot of vague stuff for now, but could you go back to your notes and points so that we give the listeners something?
Yeah. Sorry. Let's see. What else did I have? Bashing.
Oh, bashing.
Did we talk about bashing in the last? I don't think so. We spoke about
bashing. I quite like bashing because it's just nice to shit on a person sometimes.
Didn't we talk about bashing? Weasley bashing? Did we talk about that? I don't remember.
Don't think so.
Yeah. Should we talk about Weasley bashing? Or just bashing?
Let's talk about bashing. Or this is a great segue to Dumbledore.
Yeah.
More about Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Dumbledore. Is he a bumbling old senile fool, or is he a evil mastermind? I prefer evil mastermind.
Yeah, me too. In canon, I would also say he leans more towards evil rather than
evil, more like
more like willing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like he's like senile. Like I feel like he knows what he's doing and what it can result in. I like when he's like, oh yeah, the Dursleys, they seem like horrible people, and Lily and James's will say explicitly not to put them with the Dursleys, but
I had their will sealed.
Yeah, I'm the supreme mugwump and grand sorcerer, and I'm the magical guardian of Harry Potter, so I can do whatever I want.
I think this is fanon.
Yeah,
but
definitely. But still,
I
like those situations.
Great writing, I think, or great. I think it's better writing than just having him be a senile old fool.
Yeah, and it's also you get more satisfaction from it when Harry like bests him
in the mind chess game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mind chess. Speaking of that, what do you think of occlumency
and legilimency?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't read as much of it or like I don't find as much of it now as I used to, but like when I first got into like a lot of like powerful Harry, and he's knowledgeable and usually grey. He discovers occlumency and he's like, I need to protect my mind. What the fuck is this? You can just read people's mind? Like, that's dangerous. And he's like, I need to learn this. Or it's because he's like, has knowledge and he's like, can't let Dumbles find out I'm not his pawn or whatever.
Yeah.
And they build like a palace or something. They're like,
a mind palace.
Yeah, it's like a fortress, or it's like a library, or it's like, I think that's so interesting. I like it.
An interesting concept, but I don't see it done well often enough.
Oh yeah, and those where it's like Harry has a, what's it called? Not photographic memory.
Eidetic.
Yeah, and he's like super smart. There's that one, right? What's it called? Methods of rationality.
Yeah.
That
there is one that is called that. I don't know if that's the one you're thinking of.
Was that the one where Petunia's husband was a chemist?
Yeah.
I don't think I finished that. I was like,
didn't
this is
finish
boring.
it either.
I think I was like, oh no, and then he was like talking about physics or something. He's like, if this money bag can hold this much, and I was like, this is goodbye.
This isn't what I want from fanfiction. Please stop.
But like when he has like, he's like super smart because of like magic, and it's like, oh, he built it up unconsciously, or like sometimes they have like, oh, they do inheritance tests and he's like a natural occlumens or whatever.
Speaking of that, natural occlumens, doesn't the Sorting Hat work through legilimency?
I was wondering, but because sometimes
in Time Travel Fix, when he has like perfect occlumency, how does he get sorted? Or does the hat like, oh, I can't get into you.
I've seen you in both. Like the hat is like, psh, I gotta get in and sort. You think that's enough to stop me? Nah, I'm gonna sort you. And sometimes I've seen
where the hat can't get in, and it just says a name.
Yeah, or the hat can't get in. The hat can't get in, and he's like, "Yo, could you open up? I gotta sort you."
Like, does he say that?
Like,
because he can't say that in his mind.
True.
He cannot do that if he is a natural occlumens.
How does that work? Because I've seen him fix where he like says it in his mind.
I know.
And
but
like,
that should not work.
I know.
It goes against the point that they are making.
I'm realizing it shouldn't work. He's like, oh, fuck you. If you want to be a smart ass and not let me in, Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Shit, I wanted Gryffindor. Well, too bad. You should have let me in.
Yeah.
Oh, why do I keep closing down this? Okay. Next thing. What do you dislike in fanfiction?
Oh, there's a lot. I've read a lot of fanfiction, which means that there's a lot that I probably dislike, but I can't really voice them in a way that.
I feel like we've already like naturally brought up several things.
Yeah.
What else to speak about? Is there anyone else you're like reading like bashing fics about other than like Weasleys?
Weasleys and Dumbles?
Yeah.
Hermione.
Yeah, like we shat on her so much in the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stand by that.
She deserves it. I believe that in canon she's worse than Ron.
Because she's annoying, or
she's bossy know-it-all.
I find that so annoying. I think it's really annoying.
Like, it's the one thing that they point out in the movies and books. She's a bossy know-it-all.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't think she deserves friends. I know it's harsh.
You don't have any friends. Go cry in the toilet and get killed by a troll. I've read that in a fanfic.
Yeah,
where Harry's like, I don't want to save her, and then she dies, and he's like, yeah, no, like, or like she ends up in the infirmary or whatever. Infirmary. I can't speak.
I read where he just doesn't go to save her because he doesn't realize that. Because why should he?
Oh yeah, that too.
Why should he go to save someone?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
oops, sorry.
Like a fanfiction where his saving people thing isn't a thing. I've read like very few of those now that I think about it. Like his saving people thing is a major thing in fanfiction, it seems like.
Yeah. Hermione calls it my saving people thing.
Hermione calls it.
Hermione. Is there anyone else? There's like certain Weasleys, I guess, and
Remus
Hermione
Lupin.
Dumbledore. Oh yeah, that like, oh, where you been for the last 13 years, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm?
The way he can't stand up for himself. Being an adult man and can't stand up for yourself shows great problems that need to be addressed.
I often see that, oh, why didn't you visit me? Oh, I tried, but Dumbledore wouldn't tell me your location. But also, that's another question I have. Does the Wizarding World know that Harry lives with his Muggle relatives?
No.
Right.
They just know that he isn't anywhere to be found.
I've also read, a lot of the times it's like, oh, Remus doesn't stand up for himself. Yeah, that's a problem. But also, like, I can't go against Dumbledore because he let me go to this school even though I'm a werewolf, so I'm indebted to him, and so I can't go against Dumbledore.
Like, he is too trusting of Dumbledore. Like, who cares you're a werewolf?
But sometimes it's like, I stand by Dumbledore because he's done so much for me. But sometimes it's like, my cub. You know?
My cub.
My cub, Pack, or whatever. And he's like,
yeah.
You've done this, Dumbledore? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then he's like, my wolf recognizes this smell, this Pack, or whatever. And, what was I gonna
love
say?
bashing of Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes.
And the Toad.
The Toad.
The Toad.
Yes. Oh, I love when it's like, I mean, I guess this just comes with when Harry is like powerful and like a politician or whatever, independent. When the Toad like tortures him and he's like,
I should show this to someone in power.
Yeah, like,
or like if he has powerful connections
yeah,
and he mentions it and they're like, what?
Yeah. Or like sometimes it happened, and because sometimes it's like, you know, that happens during 5th year.
I think so.
Right? Yeah.
That's when the
Order
of Phoenix and...
Yeah. And so the metamorphosis happens or whatever. And then he like meets new people who actually want to help him for like during the summer or for 6th year. And like he meets people during the summer or like during 6th year who actually want to help him. And then they're like, yo, what's that scar on your hand? He's like, oh, it's from when that teacher tortured me. And they're like, what? And they're like, this happens at Hogwarts? And they're like, what's going on at Hogwarts? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Hogwarts. How come there are students there still?
Yeah.
Like enrolled. So, cause like, are parents notified when shit happens at school? I doubt it.
Like, how do pureblood families not get to know shit? Do they not write letters back to their parents?
Like they like, okay, let's
like as soon as someone gets petrified in 2nd year, there should be no more students there.
Yeah.
Like, I know they were thinking of ending the year early or something.
Yeah, that should have happened like
as soon as someone was petrified, they would be like gone, apparated.
Yeah. Like, and also, like if you just like roll up, what's it called? Let's just talk about all the like dangerous shit that's happened at Hogwarts. 1st year.
Voldemort is in the school.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I want to talk about there. Hold on. First, I'm going to say, the welcoming feast to Dumbledore. I mean, I guess that he's a bit barmy or whatever they say. Is he a bit mad? Yeah, that's Dumbledore for you.
Is he balmy?
But he, like, don't go to the 3rd floor corridor unless you want to meet
an untimely end or what the fuck.
Yeah.
Or a grisly end. He's telling children to not go somewhere or they'll die.
Yeah.
But they're children.
Yeah, counterproductive. And also, no one cares? They're like, oh, you could die. I understand that he's like...
kids accidentally go into that corridor? Like, how is that not
I don't understand why it's not warded
of their mind?
Also,
how does it not have a notice me not charm on it? Like
also... Hermione Granger, Alohomora, door open, boom, a fucking XXXX creature in there.
Like, isn't that like a first year charm or something.
I'm pretty sure.
Like if a first year can cast that.
That's also why I'm like, I refuse to believe that Dumbledore, and also wards, they're a thing, right?
Yes.
Is that they're canon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they put up wards.
Wards.
Yeah, and like they put up wards when they were like Horcrux hunting or whatever, right? Yeah. Aren't there wards on the school? Can't you feel like what shit is entering his school? Like, why did, how does he not know that, like...
Voldemort is there.
Yeah, and also, why didn't he ward, like, the corridor off?
Why did the Weasley twins not notice that on the...
Yeah, Marauders map. Yeah,
on the map.
J.K. Rowling didn't know she was gonna introduce that shit.
Like, the Marauders map should have said Lord Voldemort or Tom Riddle. Yeah. They wouldn't know who that was.
They would have just been like, oh shit, Quirrell's gay.
He has a man inside him at all times.
Yeah. Wait. If you have a fetus...
Does he have a named butt plug?
if you have a fetus in your stomach, if you're pregnant and you have named your child, does the name show up?
It just says unnamed fetus on the map.
Or like, is it when you're born you show up on the map?
Wait.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Who's here at this time? Whatever. Oh, don't think about it. Door. Should we lock the door?
Spooky.
I'm gonna lock the door.
We'll end this episode here because creepy stuff is happening.
I have more I want to talk about. Should we make an episode 3?
No, I think we're done with Harry Potter.
Can we just talk a bit more then, and then we can end the episode because we still have a bit time left.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. What was I gonna say? We never rolled up the things from. Well, yeah. Like, okay, let's just do it quickly. Cerberus, more dangerous shit. Voldemort is in the fucking school. Second year. A basilisk. Okay, people don't know that, but students are getting petrified. And
no one is notified?
Yeah.
How are the magical authorities not notified of this?
Yeah. Like parents, like
there could be a criminal petrifying students for all they know.
And also, the fucking mandrakes, they're waiting for them to grow, but like doesn't St. Mungo's have that shit? Like ready or something?
They should.
Yeah, like that's the like most... like the forefront, whatever the fuck, you know, like the big healing place.
Yeah. The big wizarding hospital.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Petrified? No panicked parents. No one is pulling their kid out of school.
Third year.
Escaped convict. What the fuck? How? And also, Dementors. How can you allow your children who are there to learn to be close to monsters that can kill them?
I would just homeschool.
Yes.
I would just homeschool, like, as soon as I heard escaped convict at school.
Yeah.
Like, get my fucking house elf to fucking...
Like, escaped convict, and their target, presumably, is at school. And the Dementors, I mean, like, I know in fanfiction it's seen as like, the people are sheep that just follow the strong and rich and pureblood or whatever. But like,
parents,
parents love their children usually, you know, they love their children
and would do anything for their child.
If it doesn't matter how fucking blind they are, if the minister has proven to have no control over these soul-sucking beings, why would you allow your child close to that fucking school? What? I don't understand.
And fourth year, the Triwizard Tournament.
Oh, that's it. Oh my god.
Where a fourth one is
selected?
I would just be like...
boycott.
Yeah, like, from the different schools and Hogwarts itself.
Yeah.
Would also think that.
How does that magical contract work?
I don't know.
Oh, and also just flimsy protections.
Age-line.
Yeah.
You could fucking lob that shit.
Yeah. Or like another person could apparently just walk in and put.
They learned the charm for the levitation.
In
They
first
learned
year.
They learned the levitation charm in first year. How could they not
First
just
year. Yeah.
lob
I mean,
with magic?
I'm assuming it was worded against that, but like, how was Harry's name put in? Was that explained in canon?
Like, if you can just put in someone else's name, how did they not just pay the older years to just put in their name?
Or even just, yo, bro, could you give me a hand?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Does that mean that people who are in wheelchairs are not allowed to?
Has there been people in wheelchairs?
I don't know. I don't think so. But there are prosthetics. So
yeah.
Magical prosthetics are fucking weird.
Yeah. So that's wild shit. Why are there still students? And
what
then,
happens in 5th year? The Inquisition happens.
Yeah, that. Like, the fucking toad bitch is walking around punishing people. Also, wasn't it canon that like the quill was being used on other students other than Harry too?
I think so.
Yeah. No one cares. No one wrote home and was like, yo, this teacher is like making me use this quill. And isn't that used in like official things? Like in fanfiction it is at least. You have to like sign a contract or something to prove it to be like true. Shouldn't parents be like, hey, that's what I signed when I got married or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like that's a
That
you shouldn't
hurts.
use that for like long periods of time. And also that's used for binding contracts. Why is my child holding that? The fuck? They can't sign shit. They don't have rights. Or,
why is my child using that for punishment?
Yeah. Like how could no one react to that? And also like fucking Slytherins walking around like snitching. Fucking whatever. It's just ugh.
What happens in 6th and 7th year?
6th.
The war.
Yeah. I don't remember what happens in 6th year. Half-Blood Prince.
Oh yeah. But what happens?
I don't know. I'm like, Harry found the potion book. what else happens?
How dangerous is that?
Wait. Isn't that when that's when Dumbledore dies, right? Draco gets the mission.
Oh yeah.
To kill Dumbledore and
the
then
vanishing cabinet or what the fuck it's called.
Yeah. And Dumbledore dies and
when the headmaster is murdered on the premises.
Kids out of the fucking school.
When the headmaster is murdered by terrorists on the premises of the school, maybe your kids shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
If the headmaster, who is the greatest wizard of all time, allegedly, can be murdered by terrorists, what is your child with like 1 year of magical training gonna do, or who are first enrolled there?
Yeah. It's kind of scary how like the Harry Potter fics go from just being like, oh, magic, and then like all the problems unravel. Then you're like, we're at war. What?
Yeah.
What is? I want to go back to the Muggle world, but I can't because they know me and they could kill me just because I'm Muggle one or whatever. Fucking scary, man.
Yeah.
And then 7th year is Horcrux hunt, and
like,
then
I am sad that the scary part of the Harry Potter universe are not explored as much.
Scary parts like
how magic is fucking scary. Legilimency, obliviate.
Yeah, that shit. I'm like, what the?
Obliviate.
Yeah, like take away someone's memory. Wait, did Hermione obliviate her parents?
Yes.
What? Are you sure? I saw some...
That is canon.
Imagine
because
doing
there
that.
is a fanfiction thing where she obliviates them, and then the consequences of that.
Yeah, she can't get her memories back. She like goes to Australia, or like she gets them back, and her parents are like, "We don't want anything to do with you. You took away our memories. You like that's not okay, and like you send us away. You didn't have us make the choice."
Valentin mentioned a fanfic where Hermione obliviated her parents, sent them to Australia.
Valentin is her cousin, by the way.
And then, when she went to get them, they had a child called Hermione.
Oh.
Because just because you remove the memories of someone doesn't mean that history will not repeat itself.
Yeah. Her mother loves Shakespeare or whatever the fuck.
That does not change.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Fuck Hermione. Like that, like, if her parents, I can understand, like,
so
wanting
selfish.
to protect your parents, but, like, you're their daughter. What like you don't have the right to decide what they want to do. If they want to spend their last moments protecting you or being with you, then that's their fucking right.
Like,
right?
How does Hermione, someone who in first year, or someone who is against the use of house elves, turn into someone who obliviates her own parents?
War,
How
guess.
does that person turn into that?
Mm.
Someone who so readily uses the obliviate charm on her own flesh and blood.
And
on her makers, on her
her
parents, caretakers.
Who are so supportive. And there's no, like, you can't reverse.
Like, that is some
right?
dystopian shit.
Can you reverse the obliviate charm?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because what happened?
What was her
what
plan?
Happened to Lockhart?
Just telling them and hoping. I don't know. He wasn't revisited, was he?
No.
Like, what was her plan? Like, to just whatever.
I don't think we know, and I think that's where we'll end it. We don't know.
Anyways, that's been the second episode of this unnamed fanfiction podcast.
It got a bit heavier than we thought it would at the end, but I've been Joko.
I've been Anna.
Goodbye.
Have a nice day.